Okay, here we go. Pretty simple. We're going to install the IIIPRO 5-star brake rotor here. So what you're going to want to do is just line up the holes in the hub, okay? And then go get your new screws. Oh, hold on, I don't think this is going to work. No, you know what it is? It's the exact same size. No, it is. It's a T25. I don't know why I thought it was bigger. It looked a little bigger. Yeah, okay. So go ahead and install it with the supplied bolts. Oh yeah, it's gotta go the other way. Take care not to strip it. Yeah, at some point it gets really hard to get on, and that's because you're reaching that part with the locking compound on it. Oops. However, that one went in all the way. It's like installing lug nuts on a car, right? Yeah, some of them are harder to get in than others. That's interesting. Okay, and so now just kind of make sure it's centered properly, sort of, kind of, and just start tightening them down. Just gonna do it by hand for now, and we'll bust out the torque wrench. I'm just gonna get it until it's seated. Try to do it in like a kind of star pattern as best as you can. Oh my god, this one's so hard to get in. I don't know if that's gonna torque right. Okay, so now we're gonna go get our handy dandy torque wrench out. It's a 56 inch-pounds is what it says on the hub, okay? Okay, I got my torque wrench here. I'm gonna go set it for 56 inch-pounds. It's not a lot, 56 inch-pounds. That's like, it's like 2 foot-pounds. Yeah. Okay, it's 50, somewhere around there. It's probably closer to 60. Okay, then we'll go ahead and torque it. Do each one a little bit at a time until it snaps. Oh, okay, I already did that one. It's not a lot of torque at all. Okay. Definitely don't want to over torque it, and you don't want it too loose. So. Okay, so I think I got them all. So I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time in a circle. Oh, that one moved a little bit. See, maybe I missed it. That's why I always go in a circle after. Boom. All right, done. Installed. How you like them apples? All right, so now all we got to do is put the wheel back on the bike. So that's what it looks like. It does look a little dinky. Maybe. I think the next one up is like a 220 or something. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it back on the bike. Okay, so let's go ahead and reinstall the wheel, and then we'll be done with this. I will, after the race, I will let you guys know how the brakes do. Okay, so that's the when I use it the most. You know, most of the time I just use regen. Okay. So what you're gonna want to do is just get the wheel back up in there, and then get the rotor situated between the pads. This one may be a little thicker than the other one, because the other one is kind of older. I think it had about 1,000 miles on it, but you know, depending on how loose you have your brakes, it should be fine. Okay. So get the rotor lined up between the pads. Okay. Get the holes all lined up. Go shove your axle in there. Let's finish this install. Okay, you're going to get a torque wrench and you're going to set it for 22 foot-pounds. That's what the torque spec is. How do I know? Because I have it written on my fork here, okay? You're going to get your 8mm socket dealie. Stick it in the axle. Tighten it to 22 foot-pounds. Not very tight. Okay, so another for good luck. Okay. And then you're going to put the plug back in. I know you guys can't see it. Okay. Okay. Most of the time, I think I just tighten it as tight as I could with this guy. It's not very tight at all. Okay, so there it is, installed, and it's touching a whole lot. Yeah, it is touching a whole lot. What you might want to do is they make a lot of noise too. What you're going to want to do is like realign your pads, I guess. So how you would do that is you're going to go give it some brake and then loosen these bolts here and then tighten them again. Okay. So I think that's what I want to do. Okay, I think it's a 5mm. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen this. Oops, I'm tightening it. I need to loosen it. I'll tighten it. Okay. And there's some marks on there, so you can remember where it was before. Okay, so I'm going to give it some front brake. Pump it a couple times. Okay, give it some front brake. And tighten these bolts. Kind of tighten it where you had them before. And if that doesn't work, you could loosen the brake caliper a little bit. Okay. This one I should probably tighten it just a tad, smidge more. I'm trying to line up the blue marks they have from the factory. Okay, should be good. Okay, still works. Boy, is it noisy, dude. I hope that noise goes away. Yeah, it's pretty noisy. It leads me to believe it's probably, well, it's a floating rotor. Okay, so there's one of the disadvantages of a floating rotor. It floats. It's not totally flat on there, so it may make some noise like that, okay? So I think that's normal. If I remember correctly, floating rotors do that. They make those noises. I got a couple bikes with some floating rotors. So one thing you could do is adjust the brake lever outward a little bit if you don't want it to make that noise. That would make the pads, spread out more. Okay. I'll show you that. Okay. Sorry, it's a little dark, but there's an adjustment screw right here, and if you loosen or tighten it, it pushes the pads in and out, okay? So what we're going to want to do is loosen it so it doesn't make that sound. Okay? And that'll make the brake lever go in more too. Okay? And then spin the wheel. Still making the sound. I'm going to loosen it up a bit. Yeah, there's just nothing you can do about it. There's literally nothing you can do about it, okay? It doesn't go away for Hades of Venga, okay? So So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep on. I'm gonna play now. So now I'm just gonna play with it. So like, I get in the right, like how much brake lever I want, you know, to brake. So, but I think it's just gonna make that noise. It may go away when you ride it because it's gonna self-align it. So, but it works. Stops. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, all right. I don't know if I can show you the floatiness of the rotor. Let's see. Let me see if I could do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and what's the word? Squeeze the brake rotor, and then you can see if the caliper moves or not. You can hear I'm squeezing it. I don't really see it moving at all. Yeah, I don't see it moving at all. Okay, whatever. It's forever gonna make that. Maybe the pads need to like break in or something again, or something bed in, because it's a new rotor and stuff. But yeah, so that's how it is. Okay, so make sure you install it with this way out, with the rotation going that way. Was it 55 inch-pounds? Okay, 22 foot-pounds for the axle, and then that's pretty much it. It's on there. Looks good. I like it. I'm pretty happy with this look and everything. I wanted to get the Magura one, but we'll see. We'll see how this one does. This one's half the price of the Magura one. It's 5 stars. Okay, it's floating rotor. It has these cool heatsink dealies in the center of it and everything. It weighs the same weight as the stock one, so hopefully the braking performance will be better. I will do a review on the braking performance later, okay, to let you guys know if it brakes any better. To tell you the truth, Hades Omega probably won't notice the difference until I go on the racetrack, okay? That's really the only time I really use the front brakes really hard, is the racetrack. The rest of the time, I just use the regen, okay? Hades Omega doesn't like paying for brake pads, that's why. Okay? So yeah, but you know what? I will take it out on the street next time I take it for a ride, and then we'll see. I'll see how it feels, and then I'll let you guys know, okay? But so that's the end of that video. That's the show and tell and install of the IIIPRO floating brake rotor for the Sur Ron Lightbee. 203 millimeter. This is the black one. And yeah, and then I told you all the torque specs and everything. You'll need a T25 Torx bit to install it, and obviously you're gonna need a torque wrench for it too. So, and that's pretty much it. So I got a spare rotor just in case, you know. Also, I like to point out that the front and the rear rotors are different on this bike. Okay, so you cannot replace as far as I know, there's no rear brake replacement for the rear. Okay, you can only replace the front. Okay, but I feel I don't really need to do the back, man. That's why I got regen. So if just coupled with the regen and the rear brake, it's just too much braking for the rear. It overwhelms it and it just locks up. So that's why I don't, you know, it's either you use the rear brake or you use the regen, one or the other. I don't use both of them at the same time, and it's kind of hard to use everything. Okay, thanks for watching. Hades Omega out. Hope you learned something.